Now, question number 5 is sort of a question I did as well in my first part because first off, question number 5 is how does Newton's third law apply to momentum? Now, the reason why is because it's a transfer of momentum from object to object. So, to give an example, say that you take a bottle of water and you tip it onto the ground, onto the table. You were applying pressure to the bottle, but since it's from object to object, the transfer of momentum goes from my hand to the bottle and then from the bottle to the table. Now, for number 6 is how is gravitational force between two objects determined? Now, the answer for number 6 is that the object's mass and distance between them. This was also a lot of these questions I actually sort of did in the my first part because, like I said in my first part, I talked about his 3 main laws of motion, and for the most part, a majority of the questions do have very similarities to this in my first part. So if you want to just check out my first part, then go right ahead because it's most likely a better idea than just me just repeating the same thing. So I will just simply move on to number 7, and number 7 is similar to number 3 in that how is gravity, weight, and motion related? Now, gravity keeps everything on the ground. Weight depends on gravity, and motion depends on gravity and weight. So basically, each one relies on the other before it. Now, we are on to my final question, and for this, I actually have an example, like how I did my first part. Number 8 is, how can making a model be used to determine gravitational force? Now, an example of the main reason why is because using a model can make it more distinguishable and easy to understand than simply talking about it and, expecting people to, take your word for it. So, for example, you have a model of the Earth. You use a model of the Earth and you show its gravitational field, and for this I'll put 3 around the Earth. And its gravitational field is strongest when it's near the Earth. So the first one, the one that's closest to the Earth, is the strongest. Now, as it keeps going up, the more it goes far away from the Earth, the weaker it gets. So, basically, when it's near the Earth, it has a much stronger field, but as it goes farther and farther and farther, the field gets much weaker. That's also pretty much how the astronauts are able to go into space, because it gets more and more easier to escape Earth's gravitational field. So, those were the 8 questions that I've heard about, and I hope the answers I got were very helpful to anyone who is wondering about these questions. Now, if you want to see the first part, like I said, go right ahead. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I really hope that these 2 parts were actually a science project that I had, and it was called the Newton Project, and everyone had to think of a topic they wanted to do for to learn more about Isaac Newton, and each one had to have the questions and had to talk about his main laws of motion. So I decided, hey, I have a YouTube channel, why don't I make a video about it? Now, the reason why I also made it 2 parts is because I didn't want it to seem very convoluted. But, yeah, I should probably end this video now. Until then, I'm Benjamin Contreras, and bye.